You're listening to Winnipeg's Classic 107. My name is Simon Rusnak, and I host Morning Light from 6 until 10 on weekdays, brought to you by our friends at Photo Central. And joining us from the store is owner-operator Andrew Toews. Hi, Andrew.
Hello, Simon. Good morning.
It's great to see you and great to connect with you. I want to begin by asking, how have things been since pandemic restrictions came into effect and closed the Photo Central doors?
Well, they've been different. That's saying a little and a lot at the same time, I think.
Hmm.
We've been through this before, obviously, in spring, but it always brings any sort of change in retail brings challenges, and this is a major change. So um, things have been good, all things considered, is probably the best way to put it right now. We're trying to manage people's expectations, people's concerns as best we can, staff concerns as best we can. But overall, our customers are stepping up. We love the support local feeling that is going around town right now, and we've benefited from that, and we're appreciative of that. So, in that regard, things have been pretty good.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. And as you mentioned, you've been you've been through this before. We've been through this before. And when we were chatting back in the early summer about the first round of restrictions, you talked about how there was this real bounce back and some wonderful support, like you say, from the community. That has to be encouraging this time round as well, right?
It is. It is absolutely, and we've been having customers making a point of going through whatever needs to be done to get business done. And I will say we are fully operational insofar as if we have something you need, we'll get it to you. It just might look a little bit different in how we do that. People can come to the door, knock or call when you get here, and we will give you whatever you've ordered. The lab is very busy, and I think that's probably the most promising thing so far is people are getting their print orders in. We're seeing larger orders than typical. Maybe people have more time right now to add a few more prints than usual. I don't know, but things are going well there. So it's encouraging. There are challenges. There are a lot of challenges for us right now. I don't want to minimize those,
Of
but
course.
it is encouraging. And I'm looking forward to hopefully us being open again mid-December. Hopefully, these measures are going to do what we need them to do, and we can open, and we won't see an extension. But if that happens, we'll continue to roll the punches.
Well, we can hear the phone ringing in the background. And I mean, that's just it. You're still available by phone, as you say, curbside pickup available, knock at the door, contactless that way. You mentioned the lab is busy. And apart from the showroom being closed, all other services continue on, right?
For the most part, yeah. Obviously, all the hardware here is still for sale. People can order it online. People can give us a call. We're happy to get it into your hands. Some things are harder. Things like frames. It's hard to choose a frame for a picture when you can't come look at our frames. But you know what? Walk up to our window and tell us what you need on the phone. We'll hold it up to the window for you, whatever it takes. And of course, the ladies working in our lab, Ashley and KJ and Quincy in there now too, to help handle the rush. They're very accommodating, and they're happy to send some emails, some pictures, whatever it takes to get a project done. There are a couple of restrictions. Rental equipment we can't do right now. We
Yeah.
can't have rentals coming in and out. The biggest one right now is passport photos, permanent resident photos, visa photos, all those things. We can't have people in the building, so we can't take those pictures. It is an issue for a lot of people. There are people that need to be able to get certain applications in, but unfortunately, right now we can't. And we just ask for patience and grace there until we can open up again.
I'm sure people understand. And I mean, one thing that I'm wondering about is since more of us are doing like I'm doing, working from home, have you seen an interest in or an increased interest in the number of kind of camera accessories being sold? I'm thinking of like microphones in front of me or mini tripods to hold phones as webcams, that kind of thing.
We're seeing a lot of that. We saw
Yeah.
it in April, sort of continued through the summer, especially a lot of businesses realized they needed to be prepared for that.
Hmm.
So we thought, oh, maybe everybody has those things now. We're not going to see that again, but that's not true. I never thought as a camera store owner that I would be selling so many microphones. It is
Yeah.
incredible. We had a large shipment finally arrived yesterday. Supply continues to be difficult from China. For all things, but we had a large supply show up yesterday, and they're almost all gone already because people are just in desperate need of these kinds of things and want to be able to do what we're doing right now and do it as best they can. So yeah, tripods, cameras that stream well, not all do, that kind of thing. Absolutely. Those sales continue. Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask you as we approach the holiday season, what you see being hot items leading into it, but I think you just answered that question. That's for sure. So, one thing that I do want to mention is that gift cards are also available, right, for that photographer in someone's life, or if someone doesn't know what they want to get, that is also an option, right?
Absolutely. And at a time right now when people can't browse, they can't choose for themselves. Gift cards are a good way to satisfy that person's desire at Christmas, but also to help the local businesses. Everybody right now needs cash flow. So I'll just put a plug out for all the businesses that are affected right now, restaurants or any sort of place where you might meet retail. The local places could use injection of cash flow, and gift cards are a good way to do that, and save that browsing time for when it's a little bit safer.
Well, that's exactly how I wanted to conclude this interview is by asking you about the importance of shopping local. I mean, people are thinking about that now more than ever. And I mean, rather than order a new camera or a print or or really anything for that matter online, for you as a local business owner, why is it important that people come to you?
For a number of reasons, but a big one of it's just the relationships that we can build, right? It's not easy, especially in this industry, but I'm sure that it goes for all industries. It's not easy to know what is best for somebody. And when somebody walks in, you're saying, "Well, I saw this online, I saw that online, I want to buy this," and we look at it and say, "That's really not the best thing for this." Sure, it gets good reviews, but it gets good reviews for that guy's purposes, not your purposes. Those kinds of questions that we can ask, those relationships that we can build, and also after that first transaction, you come back, we know what you've got. We can recommend based on what we did last time. For the prints, normally we'd be able to sit down and look at your stuff with you, but even now we can do test prints. We can email you proofs to make sure you're getting what you want. It just leads to a better result in the end, I think, from a product standpoint, but also just, hey, that social dynamic, which I think we're all starting to realize is so important.
Mhm.
That just doesn't happen in family. That doesn't just happen at your church, your school. That happens everywhere, and the more of that we can encourage, even in our retail spaces, I think it's important. And it's our customers. I'm getting so many customers right now are just expressing how much they appreciate the relationship they have with us, and what we're able to do for them in person, and sort of troubleshoot these odd times. And I just want to see that continue. And that's really why I keep this business going. It's not because I like selling boxes.
Well, I couldn't agree more. All about keeping that community support and being a part of that community. And if you want to be part of the Photo Central community, you can visit them online at photocentral.ca for unmatched customer service, care, and quality. Andrew, thanks for taking the time today.
Well, it's my pleasure, Simon. Thank you.